What's up, fellas? How we doing? We ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Let's do it. Yes, episode 4. Episode 4 begins with Abby, Sarah, and Morgan from Bravo camp. They've made their way over to Charlie's camp to try to forage for coconuts, and Wes is doing his male dominance thing, and he's attempting to intimidate Sarah. In this moment, the ladies exchange words, but eventually they leave with some coconuts. Nothing really comes of it too much. But Abby does take note that Charlie Camp is using bully tactics and feels bad for Sarah and how she's been treated. So this is really going to speak to what happens on later on in the episode. Charlie members begin to remove the coconuts from their trees so they can't be taken by other teams. I don't know how they think they're gonna really work this out, but they're gonna try to make their camp as uninhabitable as possible so people can't come and take their food. Alpha Camp is mostly eating coconuts and being eaten by bugs. So they are at a point where they are struggling. And Ben is not really contributing as much as they would hope. But they receive a drop message that says the teams must select 2 of their strongest swimmers. So we know now that this is going to be a challenge. They're going to have to pick 2 people from each team to swim pretty strong. It's probably a race, right? So we learned that there's going to be 2 drops, a crate and a barrel. And they're each item will have different items inside. These packages will be released approximately 250 meters away from the shoreline, forcing each swimmer to navigate unpredictable ocean currents and test their overall endurance at a point in the game where they've had very little caloric intake. These people are hungry, they're starving, and they're gonna have to work to get to this crate and barrel. Charlie team picks Braxton and Leia. Abby and Marshall are chosen for Bravo team, and Ben and Hallie are chosen for Alpha team. Alpha team and Bravo team decide to make a deal where they split the prize. So how it was set up, I believe the crate was sort of dropped with a direct line in front of Charlie. And so Alpha and Bravo decided that they're going to work together to try to go for the barrel and split the prize money. Or split the prize of whatever's in that crate between the 2 teams. Now, let me ask you guys, did y'all think this was a good deal to make at this point? I feel like they kind of made this deal sort of in a last minute panic just because Charlie had a straight line to the crate. But do you think this was a good deal to make, to split without even knowing what was in the barrels?
Yeah. I thought this was weak. Was it Bravo that initiated? They walked over to Alpha Camp and tried to make a deal. I thought this is a weak move because they were afraid that they weren't going to get any supplies. So they knew they were like stuck in the middle. Like Charlie was close to the one package, Alpha was close to the other package. So yeah.
But I did think it was a good strategy on Bravo's behalf, just because Bravo already done seen the dealings of Charlie, so I think they're kind of going in with emotion like, oh, we don't like Charlie because of what they just did to us trying to get these coconuts. So, like, on that aspect, I thought it was, a good move to kind of, if they could succeed, to like stick it to Charlie.
Yeah, while they were having this discussion, Wes definitely noted that, it looks like an alliance is forming, and he took it as though that they were threatened by Charlie's power. Does anyone think there was some truth to that?
Nah, I think he was hyping his team up, hyping the boys up.
Yeah, I looked at it like that too. Like he was just hyping the boys up because they didn't. Yeah.
Because if he really was threatened, I feel like he would have took initiation. Like, I'm gonna do this because they ain't about to threaten us. So I think he was just hyping the swimmers up.
Yeah. So the competition takes place, and Hallie and Marshall swim directly to the barrel. And then even though Braxton took an early lead, he didn't change course. And I thought this this was interesting because Braxton like jumped in the water. He's a great swimmer. He starts swimming towards the crate, but he didn't keep an eye out on the crate. And as it drifted with the tide, he was going straight to where it was before. So he was a little bit off course and almost didn't get the crate, but he did actually make it to the crate and beat Ben and Abby. But also we see Ben in the water. And did anybody else feel like Ben was really just, he didn't want to be in this competition? He kind of threw it. Does anybody else think he kind of threw this comp?
I think so. I think so. I think at this point, his last ditch effort was at the big alpha camp or whatever that they set up. And when everybody didn't do that trade, and it was like after that he was through. It was like, okay, I'm a strong enough person on my particular team that they're not going to vote me off, so I'm just going to do like the basics right now. And then even before this, he was like, man, we're not going to win. He even said we're not going to win this, so he gave half-ass effort. I think, like, yeah. He's like, well, if we do, we do, but I'm gonna conserve my energy. I think him and Wes got like this thing too, like where it's like, I'm gonna conserve my energy to where I really need it, and I'm not gonna blow it on this.
Yeah. Like in the very beginning, Wes kind of makes it known, or not Wes. I'm sorry, Ben kind of makes it known, like in the very beginning, like, oh, the chances of us winning this are pretty slim to none. But as the competition starts, I still didn't think that he would. I still thought he would put forth some effort. But when they show him in the water, he's literally like on his back, just like relaxing in the water. Like this is a literal race, and he's taking his time. Do we think that maybe like his choice to even be in the competition was fueled by like his need to be like the man in the camp that like I'm gonna do it even though I'm not really gonna try?
I think once they made that deal, that's when he was like, I ain't gonna go 100% because they're guaranteed to get something because they made that deal. Yeah.
I was more so kind of curious about Abby's production, as her title says, professional swimmer or diver, and she's like one of the slower people out there.
Two, when it comes to being, I'm like. To me, it's two-sided. One, yes, to your question, I think he does that alpha male thing where he's like, okay, I'll be the person. But then two, there's no pushback either, or at least we don't see it on camera. The way that they clip it up, that there's no pushback. They kind of go, everybody kind of goes, okay. So then he's allowed to kind of be that guy.
I would agree. In either case, the competition basically ends. Charlie wins the crate and everything that's in it, and Alpha and Bravo have to split the barrels. And so before we even get into like what's in them, we notice that while Charlie is going through the barrel to figure out what's in it, Sarah decides to go rob Charlie Camp. She like runs off and no one even notices that she's gone for a minute. But then Braxton realizes that Sarah is missing and beelines it back to the camp. But he doesn't find Sarah. But what he does find is he finds 2 missing machetes. But somehow she said she took 3. So I'm not sure about that. But, right, yeah, I figured she's counting her own. Wes makes it known that these are wartime acts now. So, like, he has taken this as, we're in it now because we've been attacked. They will steal from you. And so now he is for sure in it. Do we think this energy is in line? Were we shocked that Wes was ready for war?
Yeah, this is a part of the game. This is why, for me, I don't have as much sympathy for Spazzy. It's like, okay, if you realize Charlie Camp then started, people came in and stole from them. So it's like, oh, okay, we see what y'all on. Now the games have begun. We stamping up the war tactics on this game. I don't think he was
Yeah, I
talking
feel.
about physical. I think he was talking about strategy. Like, okay, now the game done got real. We stealing from you people? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I feel like West energy was warranted for this for this one because I'm like y'all had your little moment last episode, but y'all broke away, let it go, but now you're still trying to poke the bear.
Get under my skin.
And I'm like you're really trying to get this guy, make him all upset. So I'm like, it was warranted now because you're not letting this go. Like, just move on.
Because of all the
See what's in the
teams,
burrow.
yet again, because of all the teams you could have stole from, because everybody was at
Right.
the beach. You decided to poke this bear, bro. Cuz
Yeah, now I feel
I'm gonna
like
keep that energy.
if she had more time, she probably would have did more damage too. Like, I just feel like she just did that because she ain't had no time. Because you still saw her like sitting down in trees, like hiding from Braxton.
Getting her breath.
So if she right. So if she had more time, who knows else what like she would have did. So
Yeah.
I definitely felt like his energy was warranted.
Because the smarter move would have been to kick their fire out real quick.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do this no more. Get this out of here.
That would have pissed me off. Like, oh, for real?
Right.
Like, y'all don't need those machetes. Like,
Dang, because you know how badly
Yeah,
everybody
because they
gets
still
fired.
had one left. So I'm like,
they still had two, I thought.
well, yeah, they still had some left. So
So, Alpha and Bravo team evenly distribute the newly acquired fishing supplies. Alpha will take one fish trap, a crab trap, a buoy, a diving mask, some fishing line with hooks and bobbers, one set of paddles, plus a spear tip. Where Bravo will take the other crab trap, fish trap, a buoy of their own, the other diving mask, the rest of the lines, hooks, and bobbers, the other set of paddles, plus the cast net. While Charlie Camp got a boat. So that's how the crate and the barrel were distributed amongst the teams. We follow Sarah back to Bravo Camp where she lets them know that she has stolen 3 machetes. You immediately see all over Pharaoh's face that he does not like this move at all. Like, he makes it known. While Sarah is letting everybody else know that she stole these machetes, and like the team is cheering, like Pharaoh is like, okay, very straight face, very straight face. What did y'all think of this? Like, do we think Pharaoh is being a little too cautious, or will we have the same reaction?
So when I first seen it, I was like, oh, like, he just don't want the game to be played. Like, he wants the game to be played fairly. But as they continue to talk, I realized that he's mad that everybody's so happy, and they shouldn't be, because of the decision that they made. Was it last episode when they took her in? Like, why is everybody happy for her now?
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, it kind of goes against the original agreement that they had when they invited her onto the team, right? Like, the idea was, hey, we're just gonna invite her on, keep her on for a little while, and then get rid of her. But as she has let them know, like, oh, I've done some sneaky, underhanded stuff, and everybody's cheering, and they like the move, he gets this impression that, like, oh, wait, I think my team has maybe changed their mind on keeping Sarah.
yeah, like I felt that way. Like, that's why he was mad. But I do feel like if I was Pharaoh, I'd be mad too. Like, only because, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't want these problems with C. Like, we didn't have problems with C. You have a problem with C.
Yep.
You're like, don't be fighting problems now that we gotta take on because you're now having issues with C. Like, now we gotta suffer a retaliation from C where we never wanted that smoke, but you
And they
brought
don't
this
know.
smoke.
Yeah, and they don't
Right,
know it was
right.
knowledge. They don't know it was just you
Right.
that made the
Yeah,
decision
it was just
on your
you
own.
that did that. Right. We probably, yeah. I'm like, you're doing too much. Like, I would be like, we gotta let you go at this point. Like, if I was for, I'm like, you gotta go because you're doing too much.
I think it was a smart move on Sarah's behalf to try to get on a team, but I do agree with what Josh said about Pharaoh. Like, yeah, you just brought some attention to our team, and I kind of didn't want you anyway.
Right. You're making the block hot, and we weren't even trying to keep you here. So, like, I get it. I get it for sure. So we move over to Alpha Team, and Ben has made a spear with a bamboo stick and the spear tip that he got from the drop. And once his spear is made and he's like almost ready to go in the water, he decides that he needs to get the girls to like glaze him for his super spear making skills. It's like really weird because he's like, God, the spear is. Yeah, like, I mean, he really said like glaze me, like.
Yeah, you got to stick on my abs or something like that. I was like, what is going on with you?
I think okay, Ben would have been better in Charlie Camp. I think the male energy of it. I think what he was trying to do that did not come across well on camera was they normally would hype each other up like, man, oh, that's a nice spear, this, that, and that. He said I needed to be encouraged right now to get out here so I can perform well. Well, he don't realize you just shitted on these girls for, you know what I mean, in the swimming competition and everything like that. So they don't like you really like that. So he's looking for love in all the wrong places, basically. Like they're not about to do that right now with you. Like it's like, okay, go do you.
Yeah, I was really surprised by his lack of awareness. Like he just doesn't seem to get like he is a man on a team of women and like standing up and trying to get like praise for making a spear, and like it was just so machismo and gross in a way that it was like, what are you doing? Like really, like, come on, girls, just glaze me. Like, you know what you're doing at this point, right? Like, you gotta know, like, this is the dynamic you're feeding into, right?
Nah, I think he boneheaded for real. Like he did. I think he really just did not get it.
But you wouldn't think that because of his profession.
Right, like he's a federal agent.
Which is why he's in the jungle. Just like Wes ain't playing football. Yup.
So while Ben is in the middle of trying to get glazed for making this spear, Hallie suggests that she could possibly use the spear the next day to go fishing, and Ben immediately shuts that down, suggesting that he doesn't want anyone else to use his spear in case they break it, because he is the only one who knows how to operate the spear. All right, so Ben goes out fishing and exerts a whole bunch of energy and catches nothing with his spear, and eventually breaks the spear. Now, as the ladies of Team Charlie are starting to believe that maybe Ben is holding them back, and it's time to get rid of him. Do y'all think that he's gonna take it well if the girls have to vote him off?
Oh no, I think that's a no-brainer. Yeah, that he ain't gonna take it well.
Because I thought it was even funny. Holly was babysitting him while he was spearfishing the whole time.
She should have been hunting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She should have been hunting.
See, okay, and this is where, for me, the ladies piss me off. I'm sorry, because I'm like, there nobody is, and this is to not even just Ben's point to West. Nobody is pushing back on these guys. So these guys are doing the alpha thing that they like. All right, this is what goes. And if ain't nobody giving no pushback, because I'm like, is the spear his or did the team win it? Like, so they could have took it and just did what they wanted to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Alpha got more women to be able to take control. I can understand in Charlie's case because they were outnumbered, but Alpha, the women outnumber the guy.
True.
Yeah.
So,
But I think he was, he's a professional glazer because he comes back and he says, like, man, I saw a lot of fish out there. I thought it was productive.
He using them
I
skills.
know where the fish are.
Like, you know where they are. You got nothing.
They in the water.
I know it was a productive day. It was a productive day. He said it was a productive day. I was like, dude, for real?
Yeah,
He said a whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. But gave it like it was like a job review. Like, you know how you know you ain't doing good at your job, but you still gotta like highlight the high points. That's exactly what he did. Like, yeah, like I saw a bunch of fish. I got out there, but I didn't catch anything. But
hey, that's what Leia should have did with that fire. Like, hey, I seen a spark. No, we close.
I seen two
we
sparks.
close.
We close.
tomorrow is on.
It's on. It's on.
Look, speaking of Leia, she's trying to make herself useful, and she decides to go and construct the origami kayak, right? She, of course, is having some trouble because, she is who she is, so she struggles. And Braxton says that Leia has established herself as a loner and doesn't accept help, so the team is starting to feel mistrust in her. And basically, Leia is, at least she's self-aware enough to know that that is the vibe, and that is the vibe that is being picked up on her. But before we go any further on that team, we go back to Farrell team, and Farrell has asked the team, can they really trust Sarah since she has pulled that move without anyone else's knowledge, especially now that they have a bigger target on their back. But Abby believes that Sarah has earned her spot on the team. Morgan, who's not a girl's girl, she's like, yeah, she's really funny. I like her, so she wants her to stay. And so Farrell, believes that Sarah is unpredictable and is cautious, but the team agrees to keep Sarah. Do we think this was a good idea to keep Sarah? And do we think this decision will come back to harm them, especially now that they have this target on their back?
I kind of go both ways. I think it's a good idea because you never know when you need to expend somebody. Like if something comes and you need to get rid of somebody, like she's that expendable part. So I think it's a good idea for that reason. But it's still like a bad idea because we're keeping her around, and now Charlie is like, nah, like all y'all had something to do with it.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, that's a good point. But just knowing like past seasons of Outlast, the thieves in the show, they're never like, held up well. So it's always like if there's a thief in your camp, you always kind of sacrifice them. So I thought they should have voted her out.
I think it went against what Farrell at this time was standing for, because he was one of the ones that was like the moral compass, like we need to play the game fair. So I think that rubbed him the wrong way. And he seemed to me like to come off like he was a quiet strategist, almost like the girl that he that's kind of heading up the team with him right now. So I think he was like, we got a lot of feminine energy on this team, and they might only want to do a girls team. So I think quietly he might be like, y'all two team women right now. Like, oh wait a minute, we need to make this even.
Yeah, I definitely think I agree with Fred. I think you want to keep her, you want to keep people around who you can expand and let go when it's time to let somebody go. But at the same time, you can't trust her. And like you're supposed to be here. Like you just got here. Like what are you doing? Like you just got here. Like it wasn't cool. Like it just wasn't cool.
Like we know that she has a strong focus on revenge. She speaks about it in like one of her in her interviews. Like her mom taught her, if someone hits you, you hit them harder, right? So like she is under this mindset that like they have done her dirty. They didn't just vote her off. Like they did her dirty. And so now she feels like she has to gain revenge, or she has to keep getting back at Charlie. But it's like every time Charlie celebrates and she hears it, she has a problem. Like right now, Charlie Camp is her enemy. And do we think that this will be her downfall just by focusing on Charlie Camp so much?
I thought it was her downfall from the beginning, like her attitude as you're describing. Because even when she was with Charlie Camp, it was more or less, that's when all of the arguing with the team and everything, it was like that was her and Wes's breakdown, was neither one of them would back down, and they had to get back at each other, so they couldn't coexist as a team. So to bring that same energy over to this group, I think it could lead to her downfall.
I think when your values aren't lined up with the team, like she ain't our enemy. That's your enemy. So if you all out for revenge and we're not, it's gonna always end up biting you in the butt.
But it seems like the team is cool with her revenge, except for Farrell.
Yeah, but I think that they were because they met C and they realized what kind of game it was playing, and they was cool with it right now. But if you continue to have this mindset of revenge, and we're kind of off of it now, it's going to lead to like bad things, in my opinion.
Yeah, because like she made it to where like we got to keep somebody at camp all the time. Like we can never leave camp alone because
Yeah,
you done set the precedence for.
You done set the precedence
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. That we
You
can't be here.
started it.
We feel like yeah, you started something. It's like it's all fun and game, but when she retaliates, then like, are we still gonna have an issue with? Are we still gonna be cool with Sarah? Because they could retaliate.
So we go back to Charlie Camp, and we are taken to a scene where Leia's doing something. Who knows what she's trying to do? She's trying to do something, and Brett has like cut up some wood or something for her, and I guess she needs more, and so she goes and asks Brett, "Can he do some more?" And now Brett is immediately annoyed by this and is being mothered, and like he's tired of being talked down to. I didn't really understand the editing of this scene because it seemed like a simple request, like, "Hey, could you cut some more of these? Thanks, buddy." And he was very much annoyed by that, but also I think, in my opinion, I feel like it's because she was a girl on a team asking him to do something. I hate that it feels like it's always coming back to gender, but I mean it was like, why would you feel like her asking you to do something that you had already done? You had done it already. So for her to ask you to do a little bit more, why is it now she's mothering you and talking down to you?
So for me, being of like a Charlie Camp type personality, it it's not what you say to me, it's how you say it. And I think with that dynamic, just also, I think Ben is having the same problem with his camp. It's like it's not what you're doing, but it's how you're doing it. You know, that's kind of like either offensive or whatever. It wasn't the fact of what she was asking, like, and I don't think she asked like, "Hey, can you?" It was like, "Hey, I'm doing this. Give me more," or whatever. The way she said it, the tone in
No,
which
she
she
said,
said
"Can
it.
you?" Like she went to his camp where he was laying down and was like, "Hey, can you cut some more of these?" And he
Now
was
look.
like, "Where are the ones that I already cut not good enough?" And she was
Now,
like, "Yeah, I need some more."
now, with the editing and everything, that might have been not been the first time or whatever, but you can also say those exact words very differently. Like, "Hey, can you hand me that over there? Can you hand me that over there? I mean, can you hand me that? Like I ain't been doing something. You know what I mean? It's a way in which you talk to people, and it showed like in her evolution too that she's not as personable with people. She's more quiet. And remember, I told you in this game, you could get in trouble for being too strong or being too quiet too. Because when people tried to help her with the fire, you done shun people off. So you already kind of creating this wall around yourself because you're trying to prove yourself, and that's kind of been her vibe. It's like she's frustrated at herself, but she's letting that project to the guys, which the guys are like picking up like, she ain't one of us. You know what I mean? And I think
But I
that's
also
kind
feel
of
like the guys on this team have really clicked up, and they're not creating a welcoming space for her to feel welcome. Like they're not trying to. They don't want her there. They really don't. Like
I don't think it's
I
that.
feel like
It's like
they
Greg on vacation.
like
It's like I don't
like
think
they're
that
waiting for her to fail.
I don't think that
They're
they
waiting
don't
for her
want-
to fail.
Well,
for
it's like
sure.
this. That's what I just said. So I don't think it's. I'm going to change the language a little bit. I don't think that it's that they want her to fail. It's just that it's like this. I'm sitting back and watching you, and if you gonna fail, like with the fire. Okay, you spoke all of this stuff up. So if you not producing, we're gonna sit there and let you watch. Because remember, this is a game as well. Because if I stick my neck out for you, you get what I'm saying? Now I'm team and I might get, the axe too. So I'm like
So
this. We're gonna sit there and let you beat up.
But at the same time, they can't say that she don't want help, and when she asks for help, now y'all gonna be like, I don't want to help you.
So here's the nature of the game too. They're the majority right now. So they playing that game over in Charlie. That's why it's like, oh, y'all machismo. Well, in that camp, it's more of a macho type thing over there in that camp. So it's like it's like if you can't produce or you can't be one of the guys, because right now they are the majority and she ain't. So she kind of
So it has nothing to do with how she spoke to them. It's just a bunch of dudes trying to keep her out.
And don't complain about her not wanting you to help her at the same time. So that was my issue. Like, y'all complain that she don't want help when we try to give it to her. So when she comes and asks you for your help, now you like, I just helped you.
Because I think at this point they're already irritated at her.
Yeah, they already done with her.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I will push back and say I do think she's a loner. I mean, she even admitted to herself in the interview that she's a loner and she has social issues. Even when they had the whole 5 members in the group, I never seriously talked to Sarah either. So like, she don't really talk to anybody. So it's like, this is one of the people just kind of stand by, which I don't understand again why you're in this game and you're not a social person.
But see, here's the thing.
Come on.
As a person who's not a social person either, like, why do you have to be social to achieve an objective, right? Like the objective is survival. Why do we have to chit chat? Why? I don't understand.
So
in order to survive, I don't need to talk to you to start a fire.
Two things. You're not a social person, but that's one. But also, you have to get taught how to be in survival mode right before you came on this show. So that's two things that's striking up against you. And then you're on a team, and you got to be on a team with two. You're not just by yourself. So if we can't work together, and if I can't work with you, and then you're already struggling to build this fire over here, and you're a loner over here trying to build this fire, not talking to nobody, you're gonna be the first person to be expendable. Like, you can't be not sociable and not know how to survive. Like, I don't understand again why you're on this show. I just don't understand it. Like, you can't survive. You didn't know how to survive because you got to get taught, and then you're not a social person. Like, this is
hold on. Now, why? Now, so it's almost as if you're saying she has contributed literally nothing to the camp. Is that what you're saying? Like, she's contributed nothing?
According to the production, she hadn't proved herself on Charlie Camp yet. Because remember the other guy stepped in and made that fire within 5 minutes that she had a whole week. So they was like, what are you doing? Like, dude, and he wasn't like, oh man, she tried real hard and this, that. He was like, man, I think she putting on. I don't know. She's saying she doing that. He said that and then went over there and brung back fire. So she hasn't had that moment yet that even Spazzy proved herself in Charlie Clamp better than Leia did. Leia's like total, like how she survived the first half was basically her being quiet and like,
if you can't do anything, you gotta at least be encouraging. Do it.
Charlie on me.
You ain't doing nothing. It's like, Charlie trying to do something. Like, you just not doing anything.
Glaze somebody, glaze.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing. I will push back on that, though. Like, as we see in this scene, we see that, like, when she tries to express herself and her feelings about what's going on in the team, no one is receptive to how her feelings genuinely are. Like, she's letting them know, look, you hurt my feelings by doing this, right? And then Brett and Braxton decide that they're going to do like a fake apology and laugh in her face, right? About the whole thing and tell her you need to learn how to take a joke. And then as she's going further to still try to explain herself, Wes then comes out of his camp from nowhere and says, look, she said her piece. She said, okay, now that's the end of it. She wasn't even done talking. But Wes has now come out and said that, like, we're done talking about it. So, again, it's like, yes, she keeps to herself, maybe because she's on a team full of men who literally don't want to hear her speak. And they have shown her that over and over again.
But she has to play the game. She needs to read the room that these dudes, you expecting Wes and these manly dudes to do feelings. They not going to sit down and do a sister circle with you. So you got to know where you at and be like, yeah, these people don't work like that. If she
I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. You're a grown man. You're a grown man who has feelings. Like, I don't care how masculine you are. You have fucking feelings. And so to act like you can't talk about feelings, I'm too much of a man to talk about feelings, that's that toxic masculinity bullshit that people be talking about. Like, honestly.
We in the jungle, Greg. We in the jungle.
It ain't about, like, who gives a shit where you are? You have feelings.
And the way that they're thinking like that, the way they thinking right now is you're not part of the team. You are on our team. That's
I
the
do
way they're
feel like
thinking right now.
being in some of these shows, sometimes you have to be able to adapt to the team that you are on.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on a team who going to like who do this all Philly thing, it might be toxic masculinity. Indeed, it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And you just
But I
gotta
think it's easy to say
okay
that,
with
like, as a man. Like, it's easy to say that as a
Yeah,
man. Like,
maybe
you
it
just got
is.
to adapt when you. But I don't
No,
think
I
it's
don't
that
think
easy.
I don't
Like,
think it has to do
because-
with
because
male
you-
or feminine.
It
I don't think it has to do with
absolutely
any of that.
does.
I think
It
it's
absolutely
about,
does.
Okay, so would you say the same thing for Ben or whoever else or Farrell? Because Farrell and them team is more of a quiet team. They more like, hey, we're gonna make this decision and be more diplomatic and da 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 da. If you more like a Spazzy that's like, hey, we about to go steal from they da 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 da. That's why she got ousted. She didn't read the room. They more they more quiet. The same thing with Ben.
I think-
Ben is more alpha. Ben would have fit better on Charlie because that's what they do. When you're
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
I
Ben
think
would have
when
done
you're not
well on
the
Charlie.
majority, when
I
you
Ben
think
would not have
but-
done
but
well
what-
on Charlie
wait.
because
think-
Ben thinks the men on Charlie don't think, they just do. Whereas like
But-
Ben is like, I'm gonna clock this out, and I feel like Ben and Wes would always butt heads. Like they
no,
would.
I think they would have
move.
been the remaining two because really what it was is the two other Braxton and the other guy, they had the game in their hand, and I think that literally, if Ben came over and it was them four guys, I think the two dominant males would overtake them because they can't make decisions for themselves. Braxton and the other guy, I think West and Ben would have teamed up, and they would have been the final two on that team, on the Charlie camp. Put it that way.
Well, yeah, because Wes would have made Ben do everything. So, Wes,
Yep.
like, everything Ben would have wanted to do, Wes was like, all right, yeah, go ahead, go out there and do it.
Yeah, because
Ben-
that's Wes's strategy. He
Ben
would
would
have
have
gassed him
made
up.
Wes do something.
Ben,
No,
would,
no.
I mean, Wes would have glazed
So
him.
I
made
said Ben
Ben.
would have did everything, and Wes would have, like, cheered
Glazed
him.
him. He would have glazed him. Go ahead and say it.
Oh, yeah, that's
Glazed
spirit nice,
him.
that's spirit nice. Go get them fish, dog.
Charlie on me, Ben.
Glazed.
Come on.
They glazed them.
He would have glazed the shit out of him. That's his strategy right now. Like, oh yeah. And Ben would have respected his hustle because he's a dude. So he would have been like, oh yeah, you're a big dude. So okay, we can use you in whatever spot they think. I don't know why, but yeah.
I don't think so. Only because I think Charlie Camp needs a Brett and a Braxton, right? Like Wes is the alpha, and Brett and Braxton are his cucks. He needs
Yeah.
two people who are just gonna like listen to whatever he says and back up whatever he says. And I don't think Ben would have gotten in line with some of Wes's behavior. And but I do think that Charlie Camp is a camp that is like feeding off its masculine energy, and because of that, like it's not leaving a lot of space for feminine energy or energy from a woman in general. So like it's not a very hospitable situation for the ladies on Charlie Camp or Leah on Charlie Camp. And so let's see, the ladies of Team Charlie are starting to believe that maybe Ben is holding back. Or holding them back, and it's time to get rid of him.
This is why they getting on my nerves because I'm like, when
Team
did
Alpha
how far does he have to not do something now for y'all to understand? Like, all right, go do what I think Braxton or whatever did with that magnifying glass. Go take his spearhead and do something. Like what are you gonna do? Punch you in the face? You can't.
So we enter into day 21, and this is the end of the episode. But we find Leah has decided that she is tired of eating shit on Team Charlie, and she goes over to Team Alpha in hopes that maybe they'll take her. And Leah offers to steal Charlie's boat as a sweetener to be picked up on Team Alpha. Do we think? How do we think this is gonna play out for Team Charlie if they get their boat stolen?
I think it says a lot about Leia, and Spazzy and people like that. That when you have to resort to like doing those tactics or whatever and playing the game, and not like, yo, like producing for the team or whatever, it says why you might be on the chopping block or something like that too, or why they may be in the situations that they are.
I respect the move, Chris. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a smart move. Like you said, this is part of the game. There's no rules. The only rule is you got to be part of a team. So I'm surprised there's not more of this. Like,
true that.
Switching teams, taking resources, and trying to get on a different team. Like Ben should have took to Spears or took the paddles and joined Charlie. Like, I'm going to dish these women. I got the paddles, you got the boat. Hey, let me be part of Team Charlie. It should have been a lot more. The loyalty doesn't make sense to me. Like, just because you started off with that team, they just automatically they have.
Well, I think the issue is that you gotta hope that somebody's gonna join you too, or accept you in. So
if you bring a resource,
I mean, if you bring resources, yeah. So like, I do like of all the dumb things Leah done, this is probably the smartest thing she's done so far is to bring the boat over, offer to bring the boat over and leave because she knows she gonna get kicked out soon. So like, why stay around to get kicked off when you can go join another team? Like, it's a smart play by her. Finally,
I think it's too many people.
Wow. Man, Josh, what is your deal with Leah? Man,
what
is
supposed to
it?
be on this show, man. She already admitted that I cannot. She just had to learn this survival technique to how to survive in the jungle, and you're not a sociable person. This is a team game. Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you be on the show? Like, go on the show where you got to do it by yourself.
I think all of us have that one person that we don't like on that show.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't understand Leah.
I'm with Josh on this. Like, yeah, I didn't like her either just for the simple fact that I'm like, I understand why she's in the position that she's in, and she has to now result to doing other stuff because you couldn't make fire, you couldn't do this, so your survival skill is still in the boat right now.
This is also
and trying to find out who's gonna take you in.
All right, this was a recap of episode 4, Outlast The Jungle, brought to you by Brothers and Friends Incorporated. We want to thank everybody for listening to this episode. We'll catch you again next week with episode 5, where we will answer the question, what will happen to Leah? Will she take the boat? All these questions and more will be answered on the next episode of Outlast The Jungle, Brothers and Friends.
Thank you so much for listening to the Brothers and Friends podcast. Do you want to chime in on this week's topic? Well, leave us a comment for us to discuss on a future episode. But in the meantime, please follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Peace.